This is Social Media Meltdown, a feature where we look at a news story that's trending online and the internet's reaction to that story. It's the most pointless feature on the internet because the internet's reactions are always calm and measured, right? Tonight's top story: after a nearly 2-month delay, the 63rd Grammy Awards ceremony took place on Sunday, March 14th. The broadcast featured performances from BTS, Taylor Swift, Dua Lipa, Harry Styles, Roddy Ricch, and about a dozen other artists, and featured Megan Thee Stallion winning Best New Artist, Taylor Swift winning Album of the Year for Folklore, and Billie Eilish taking home the award for Record of the Year for the second year in a row, this time for Everything I Wanted. In other news, Bill Burr presented some awards earlier in the night. Let me back it up a second. The Grammys is a 3.5-hour concert that stops briefly to give away an award or two to some very famous people. In fact, they give away 10 awards in 3.5 hours. The rest is performances and commercials. However, according to Wikipedia, there are 84 Grammys. So, this year, they also had a 2.5-hour ceremony on YouTube before the real Grammys to give away some of the other 74 that aren't important enough to cut into precious TV time that they need to save for Post Malone and Taylor Swift. And during that, Bill Burr came out to give away awards in the Latin categories, because I don't know. We'll get to that. And he said this.
All right. Hey, how many feminists are like going nuts? So why is this cis white male doing all this Latino stuff? And the Grammy goes to Grupo Niche.
Now, here's an interesting question. If Bill Burr hadn't said that, would people on Twitter have gone nuts? You can't predict how people are going to react to me no more. Well, we don't need an answer, because he did say it, and people did go nuts. Forced to remember the existence of Bill Burr yet again. You were forced to watch the Grammys pre-show? Man, that sounds like the most boring sequel to A Clockwork Orange yet, but sorry to hear that. Bill Burr is not funny. What he said wasn't funny. He said something triggering. Saying that feminists will be mad at him for giving out awards was triggering? Oh, Jesus. Hopefully your parents still keep the outlets covered and the corners of the coffee table protected with foam. Or was it when he fucked up a person's name? Let's get that clip here.
I can't say this name. Natalie what? All right. And the winner, the Grammy goes to Natalia Lafourcade. Oh, wait a second. Dude, I will accept on behalf of her. If I butchered her name, I'm sorry.
Bill's noticeably panicked that he can't say the name, and then you can hear in the background the crew laughing, and then he immediately apologizes for screwing it up. He takes no pride in it, he didn't do it intentionally, he's clearly in way over his head. Again, we'll get to that. But first, ban Bill Burr. Actually, just ban white men. A disgrace. Oh yes, good take. Ban all white men because Bill Burr said people would act a certain way, and they did. And then didn't do a very good job saying a person's name. Well, that makes total sense. Bill Burr is the perfect example of why white men deserve to be kept in cages. Oh no, even better than the last one. Bill Burr said a name wrong, so lock up every white man on the planet. That's a jailable offense, mispronouncing a name. Now I'm guessing this tweet didn't go too well. They locked their profile before I could get a screenshot of it, so I had to use someone else's screenshot. At Bill Burr. Hey, motherfucker, yeah, you fucking racist. Keep one eye open at all times. Oh, here we go. The best tweet. Yes, threatening bodily harm or murder on a man because he couldn't say Natalia Lafourcade. Now we're really streamlining the justice system. Ban him, cage him, and put him down. Like pit bulls. But not actually Pitbull. He didn't do anything wrong. Well, besides his entire music career, but he should still be allowed to do it if he wants. But this is where we really get to it. A whole bunch of people think Bill Burr is a racist because of this. If it's for the feminist joke, female isn't a race. If you want to call him something, then I guess call him sexist. If it's for saying a name wrong and then nervously laughing, well, we're really setting that bar low now. If it's just for being there, don't worry, I'm still getting to that. Someone pointed out that he is married to a black woman, so he can't be racist. Which That's not what makes him not racist. What makes him not racist is that he never said anything racist. There's no need to bring his wife into this. She didn't do shit. But we get these hot takes. A lot of white supremacists are married or dating black people. I know Bill Burr's bald, but I don't think he's an actual skinhead. It's not really by choice. He's bald because he's old and got dealt a bad hand from the gene pool. Wait till you find out about Thomas Jefferson. Wow, that's a comparison. Thomas Jefferson allegedly had sex with his slaves that he owned. So by writing this is how comparisons work. You're saying that Bill Burr's wife is his slave that he has sex with for fun, but he's still a racist. And never mind what you're saying about Bill Burr, it's also just completely insulting to Bill Burr's wife, suggesting that she's just property or had no say in who she's married to. She couldn't possibly have chosen to be with Bill Burr. And we go one step further because just when you think they can't get fucking dumber, they get fucking dumber. Having sex with a black woman does not negate a man from being racist. By your logic, plantation owners who raped slaves were not racist. P.S. Who is Bill Burr? Who is Bill Burr? This one pretty much sums up dipshits on the internet brigading. So you're calling a guy a racist when you don't even know who he is, or the context of the story, or why anyone is even calling him racist. You just see other people calling a bald white dude racist without knowing who he is, and you hop on that train without even knowing where it's going. Yep, blindly following the crowd. What a way to live your life. And so, we conclude the madness with a reminder that there is some sanity left in the world. The Recording Academy needs to own up to this failure of selecting Bill Burr as a presenter. What a terrible choice. He clearly does not recognize how important this is for artists. If you can't get a presenter who gives a fuck, how do you expect anyone to take you seriously? Now, I don't agree with this statement entirely, but what I do agree with is that this is the Grammys' fault, not Bill Burr's. What? Do you think Bill Burr walked in and said, "Hey, give me all the Latin categories. I'm gonna butcher everyone's name. It'll be fucking hilarious." No, the Grammys said, "We need a name to fucking get people to watch this goddamn YouTube stream where we give out the awards for Best Gospel Album, Best Spoken Word Album, and Best Box Sets." Yes, that's a real Grammy. Let's get Bill Burr and not say, someone actually associated with music. Could he have been more professional? Maybe more prepared? Oh, sure. But that doesn't make a guy a racist. That just makes him lazy. Should he have done a different block of categories? He presented for about 15 minutes. He did the 3 Latin categories, as well as probably a dozen other categories in the genres of classical and music for visual media, among others. The Grammys probably should have had someone else do those 3 categories that he fucked up. Or should he have declined entirely and said, no, let someone else do that. Also maybe, but after a pandemic where live performers haven't been able to do shit for a year and a half, would you turn down work? If I was Bill Burr and I was asked to host an awards ceremony for the best Brazilian youth soccer players, I'd probably have been there. And he's Bill Burr. What did people think? That he wasn't going to be a bit of a dick? First thing he did when he came on stage was also mocked the previous performer.
Was I the only one who wanted to kill himself during that piano solo?
I don't know what to tell you, I laughed. That's why the Grammys hired him. They wanted their own Ricky Gervais Golden Globe moments, and they got it, sort of. So that's who you should be mad at. Whoever organizes the host for the pre-show, not Bill Burr. No, he's a racist white man who should be banned, caged, and beaten for saying a name wrong on a YouTube broadcast of an award show. This has been Social Media Meltdown, where you can try and contain the contamination, but why bother when it's already a wasteland?